What quote hangs on your wall? Welcome to Goal Getting Quote of the Day. I'm Tony Woodall, your host, and I will share with you a great quote I've heard, read, or that's been shared by one of my guests on Goal Getting Podcast weekly show, where I ask, what quote hangs on your wall? Thanks for listening, folks, and I really appreciate it. Hello, goal getters, and welcome to the show. This is your host, Tony Woodall. Glad to be with you today. Today we're going to be talking about a quote that comes to us from Eugene Chen. Be fit, stay fit, never have to get fit. That is so important, and unfortunately, I wish I had known that years ago. There are many of us who need to get fit, to lose weight, to get in better shape because we let ourselves go. We've done all kinds of things besides take care of ourselves. How many of you meet that kind of definition there? I know I do. I had a consulting practice, and I would go out and travel and spend times at corporate sites where I would be working all day. I'd work from 8, 9 in the morning when the office opened till 7 or 8, 9 o'clock at night, go back to my hotel room, do some more work, go out to dinner, eat a wonderful dinner on the company where I would have an expense account and I could spend so much money, but I always chose really good food with really good alcohol or drinks or something and a wonderful dessert. And I ate like a king. I mean, I really enjoyed what I was doing and I had some great food. The downside was I'd go back to my hotel room, watch a little TV, and then go to bed on a full stomach after eating what I now estimate at being 5 to 10,000 calories. You know, and I started watching my weight and trying to get back into shape. I started counting calories, and it can be frightful. The first time I started that, I went to the Cheesecake Factory in Walnut Creek, California. I had just moved here to California, San Francisco area, and I went to the Cheesecake Factory where I used to go out to eat a lot when I traveled and, eat the same kind of meal, whether it's at Cheesecake or anywhere else. It's really all the same, but I would go to the Cheesecake Factory or a restaurant similar. I would have a beer or drink before dinner, a glass of wine or whatever, maybe 1, 2 during the entire dinner, and sometimes more. But, try to keep it to 1 or 2 per dinner. I would then eat an appetizer, potentially a bowl of soup, maybe some sort of appetizer to go along with that. Then they would bring the bread typically, and you'd get this loaf of bread with butter and all this good stuff. Whether you paid for it or it came with the meal, you would typically eat that. And me being on my own on the road, I typically ate the whole loaf. Did you know that loaf is 600 calories in itself? That's not counting the butter that you add on to it. Just the loaf of bread that you get there is 600 calories, and that is disgusting when you think about it. So anyway, after that, then you get your entree, and I was noticing these are huge entrees, especially at Cheesecake Factory. They give you your money's worth, and I would get this dinner that I was eating, never paid attention to calories before, and I got this meal that was, it was great, but it's for 2,000 to 4,000 calories just for that. And, then, you go and eat dessert. And, of course, at Cheesecake Factory, I think the cheapest calorie-wise is like 1,800 calories for one of their plain cheesecakes, which is wonderful. But you get one of the fancy ones, and it can go up to 2,000 or 3,000 calories just for that. So, by the time you count up the alcohol, the bread, appetizer, entree, and dessert, you're looking at anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 calories in a meal, and that's not counting what you had for breakfast, lunch, snacks, or anything along the way. So that's just one meal. And then you take that 5,000 calories that you just consumed, you go back to your hotel room and maybe even have a Coke or, another beer or something that you have at the hotel room before bed and go to bed. Within an hour or so after eating, maybe a couple hours of sitting around, you might work some or watch TV or something. So you're going to bed with 5,000 plus calories in your gut, just going to sit there and find a home. So, this is not it. You have to be fit. You have to stay fit and never have to get fit. Because if you let yourself get to the point where you have to get fit, you've gone too far and you have totally blown it, and you're going to have to start working hard. And it's really tough to get fit once you've gotten unfit. So, you have to work a lot harder to burn those calories, to get those things out and do that. To burn the 5,000 calorie meal, you've got to probably do close to 6 hours on an elliptical or something just to burn those. I used to do the elliptical for 2 hours a day, and it would be about 1,400 calories just for 2 hours. So if you figure 4 of those, that's 6 to 8 hours that you're going to have to run on the elliptical just to burn what you just ate. It's not counting getting over the amount that you need. So don't do that. If you're traveling and if you're an entrepreneur, you're working, you need to pay attention. Be fit, stay fit, never have to get fit. And that is the best mantra that you can have. And I want to thank Eugene Chen. Eugene is he's one of my inspirations. And he's actually my boss now, but we were friends before then, and I admired him and what he does. He does a lot of marathons, Tough Mudders, I know he's done before, and some other things. So I really like what he says there. The whole key is be fit, stay fit, and never have to get fit, because it's tough to get fit. So thank you for listening, Goal Getters. Come back, listen to us tomorrow. It's Tony Woodall with Goal Getting Quote of the Day, part of Goal Getting Podcast. And we are on our winter break. We will be back February 25th, and I'm working on trying to have a better show for you then, but I'd love for you to stay around. Don't go. Come back and see us while we're here. We've got Quote of the Day on Monday, Tuesdays, and Friday and Saturdays, and you should have some great quotes that will help keep you motivated, keep you inspired, keep you moving in the right direction, and that is positive direction. So I'm feeling wonderful. You should too. This is Tony Woodall. Go out and make today a great day.